All right. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah, it says Zoom directing to Facebook. So we are already recording and showing up.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, we're there.
All right. Are you seeing my screen okay?
I am.
Yay! Welcome, everyone.
Is everybody in? Is everybody in?
I think we're good to go.
Okay,
Can you see us in the opportunity group?
Not yet. Do you see us? Go under media. No, I don't see us yet. Are we there?
It says live now.
Okay, well, oh, there we are. Oh, it's
Yay!
showing. There's 11
Hello,
people
everyone.
watching. Oh, there's quite a delay because they're literally watching you sign up the live stream. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our opportunity call. My name is Amos Trombetto.
And I am Jenny Betts. Welcome.
So there's a little bit of a delay between the live feed that we're doing on Zoom and then the feed that's showing up on Facebook. So just keep that in mind. And we're not sure that we're going to see comments. So just bear in mind, it's our first time doing that. This is a new platform for us and there might be some kinks, but we're going to roll with it like in true woman fashion. So again, hello, thank you for joining us. If you do have questions, make sure to pop them and we will make sure to follow up for sure if we can. So a little bit about us. Well, before I get started, I want to say thank you so very much for taking the time to be with us and watching this either live in the replay. Me and Jenny met years ago from another direct sales company, and we did not know each other beforehand. And she was someone who was always motivating, and I got the courage one day to talk to her simply because we were on the same team in a direct sales company. And we found this amazing relationship where we became accountability partners and we motivated each other. We talked business to each other. We gave each other tips. And little by little, our collaborations allowed our businesses to thrive. And from there, we became really great friends. And we have been together for like 6 years now. And she lives in Iowa. I live in Maine. And one of the best things that ever happened was us joining a direct sales company simply because of the friendship. Would you agree, Jenny, that our friendship is like one of the best things that happened? Oh, you're muted. Get unmuted. Can I hear you? Can you guys hear her? We did hear you. Okay, so she's got mic issues. We're gonna fix that. So when we met together, we were able to push each other and motivate each other. And I want to tell you that in my life, I was feeling very alone, and it was so nice to be able to have someone that was in the trenches with me, that was, you know, wanting her business to get better. I couldn't really talk to my husband. I couldn't talk to my other girlfriends because they just weren't in it. And so our accountability became like the driving force for our success. But in the meantime, we realized that what had happened was that we were motivating each other more than what we were getting from our team and what we were getting from our direct sales business. And this led us to want to kind of keep searching about how and why we do what we do. And we became this force together that said, you know, we should help other women and men get their lives in order, have personal development, have personal growth, and have personal success, and really take hold of their life. And it's very scary to operate a business. Jenny and her husband operate a real brick and mortar business that took in a huge, massive amount of money, time, employees to get that started. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, good.
Okay.
For some reason,
So it is very hard to have a real brick and mortar business. Not everybody wants to do that, but there is definitely some true success that can happen in partnering with a direct sales company, because there's multiple ways to make money. But more important, you get to meet people who push you and drive you, and it is something that becomes a life force. It inspires you to be a better human being, and it inspires you to help other people and change their situation. And in doing so, you change your own. And it is just the driving force of what made us create the Pineapple Society. Next slide. So the Pineapple Society is our team. We are comprised of about 380 women. Is that the number on there? I don't have the full screen, but I think we're gonna have about 300. Yes. It's growing every day. We have women from all different walks of life, all different ethnicities, all different ages, all different circumstances. And the one most amazing thing is that in our team, we are constantly trying to improve ourselves as women, as mothers, as business owners, as friends. And it is absolutely wonderful to be able to meet people from all over the country and now all over the world, people you would have never met, and true friendships and bonds happen. And what's also amazing is that you find a place here where your voice is heard and your stories and your life is celebrated. And what we have learned is, in the course of, personal development and coaching, there's nothing like that in a 9-to-5. You don't get personal coaching for free, personal development, and that can happen here in a direct sales business. And when you have that, you end up finding that you're not alone. You end up finding that your legacy that you're putting out on social media can really be a voice of change. And we've always believed that women are the true architects of society, and as well as men. And it is very empowering. It's very uplifting to be surrounded with people who want to be a force of good. Wouldn't you say, Jenny?
Yes, absolutely. And again, that was what I was trying to say when my microphone had cut out earlier too. I think it's really the unexpected surprise that you get with the direct sales business is you have the opportunity to really develop these relationships, and they will grow with you in your life. And I just think that's one of the most fantastic pieces.
I agree. I totally agree. Okay, so how is our team different? So the first thing is, me and Jenny we have a lot of life experience. I own my own in-home business. I've been operating online. Jenny comes from a business background. Her father was an entrepreneur. Her husband's an entrepreneur. They owned a brick and mortar together. We've done a few direct sales businesses. And what we've found out is that your typical direct sales business does not give you what you need. So what we have designed together was a duplicatable training system that will free up your time and allow your new prospect to get into action right away. Everybody will be trained kind of the same way, and it'll be very easy to work with somebody, mastering your skills, mastering their skills, and really being accountable for each other. We also have 2 funnel groups to help you build your business. So if you feel a little bit nervous about the business end, we have a business building funnel group for people who maybe have been in direct sales before that come to the opportunity here for business. And then if you're kind of nervous about selling, not to worry. We have a customer group that converts customers and prospect customers into real buying customers. And it allows you to follow up with potentials without being spammy or salesy or burning bridges. It's a very authentic, natural way, because you always are the person who's there to kind of guide someone along. We offer weekly business trainings. Not only are they about our actual business, but we have mindset, we have abundance thinking. We're always looking for ways to expand our business, time management, in-person, video, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, we got it. We also have long-term plans in place for growth. So if you have the desire, if you want to commit a year or 2 years to this business, we will help you move up the ranks. We will take the time and tutor you to that, always putting you and your goals first. We also have, I said ongoing business mindset and social media coaching. And we also have a lot of fun because we're all friends, and And that's really the main mission here is people first with integrity to back them up.
And I think the recognition piece inside of our Facebook group, that we're constantly recognizing people for hitting their goals, achieving different corporate incentives or team incentives. And I mean, if you follow either of our Facebook profiles or those on our team, we're always shouting people out for all of these amazing things that they're being able to achieve. You know, even moving into a corporate getaway trip that's coming up, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that here shortly.
So why now? So we've had a very tumultuous 2020. As you know, a lot of people struggled in 2020. Not only were they worried about finances, maybe something happened in their life, some illnesses happened, having to be stuck and not seeing the loved ones in their support systems. I know for me personally, as a wife and mother, my workload became tripled because I have kids at home. And a lot of people got stuck having to choose between work and taking care of their children who are now at school, at home. And so a lot of us just were not prepared to pivot. And what I've also noticed is that women in general wear a lot of hats. We wear so many hats that we are unable to sometimes take care of ourselves first. And we burn the candle at both ends. And it is so important for women to take care of themselves, that self-care piece. And not everybody has their social network to lean on. Not everybody has the finances to go and get the things they need to help. And having the self-care movement is one of the easiest things that we can do to just take minutes for ourselves, put ourselves first, because when we put ourselves first, everybody else we take care of gets our best. We also want to, you know, make sure that if you believe that you should, if you come from a place where you want to take care of yourself and you want to take care of those around you and you want to help, that service heart, taking care of yourself first and getting your sleep and spending some time on yourself really starts to motivate you. And what happens is you start to share your journey on social media and you inspire others to do the same thing. And that's your legacy, is you're inspiring people to take care of themselves and put their loved ones first. And I love that our team really does that. We also have a really unique product. Now, yeah, there is all different kinds of product that are kind of similar to what we have, but not really. Ours is very cruelty-free, fair trade. We have many vegan options, but in addition, one of the best things I love about our company is every person has their own story. We really celebrate uniqueness. We celebrate differences. We celebrate ethnicities. We partner with all different people from around the world. And it really has a grassroots, life-changing business is a force of good movement that you can really, really get behind.
And I'd say that's something you're always training on also during our different social media trainings, is talking about building your own story, your own brand, because this is your business partnering with the Body Shop at Home and the Pineapple Society. And so that's where your unique story is coming into it, your why, the different products you love, how this is added to your family and your life. And it's just really like beautiful messaging throughout, and the corporate messaging mirrors that. There. All right, so what is the Body Shop at Home? So Amos taught just a little bit about it there, but let's talk about the at-home piece, okay? So you might be familiar with the Body Shop. It has been a household name, I would say, for years and years. Since the 70s, it started in the UK. We do have the Body Shop at Home in the UK and in Australia. It launched here in the United States in June. And Amos and I have been part of the company since the very beginning, the very launch. We actually signed up a little bit earlier in May and helped them get some of that going with corporate. And so it has been a whirlwind, lots of fun, and we've learned so much. Right now, the company in the United States has less than 7,500 consultants. So if you're familiar with direct sales and maybe some of the larger cosmetics companies, or maybe newer to the table cosmetics companies in the last couple of years, that is ground floor for real. That is average of 150 people per state that are with the Body Shop at Home, which is such a tiny number when we have 333 million people in the United States. And I'm including all of the men in there, and we're not trying to be excluding any men here. There are men in the business. There are some amazing team members on our team, on our larger teams that are men too. And so we sell products for men too. We have these adorable little beard kits and different like shaving items and things. So there's a lot for men and women, whether you're looking for gifts for a spouse or something like that too. So let's look at that piece over there on the right side of the screen then, an internationally recognized and respected brand. So, you know, there's some of the products right there. There's that community fair trade piece that Amos was talking about. The company is 100% against animal testing. They're not using like a third-party service to do the animal testing. None of that is happening. If you know anything about cosmetics in China, they require the products to be tested on animals, so the Body Shop will not sell there. It is a big deal, and we actually have activist programs within the Body Shop at Home. I'm going to be a community fair trade activist in the beginning of this year, a community fair trade ambassador in the beginning of the year. We have the activists and the activists and then the beauty ambassadors also. And so it's a really neat opportunity for the company to have team members that are interested in those aspects of it get the opportunity to learn more. They even do community fair trade trips, things along those lines. And so there's this amazing education from the company available to the consultants, and then coupling that with the training that our team provides, which is very unique. We have a website that we've built out with that duplicable training system. So if you get started and then you have a friend that would like to join you, you are able to pop her right into that training too. You're not having to start from scratch with her. And so we've tried to make our systems for our team specifically simple for people to get going. It's all right there and it's all on demand. It has that flexibility to it too. I have a full-time job and I might not be able to, you know, sit on a training call for 2 hours in the middle of the day, but with our team training, you don't have to. We have that available to you. So there's so many amazing things about the Body Shop at Home and our team. And let's talk a little bit about the direct sales industry as a whole. Now I'm gonna have trouble knowing where to put our heads here, so I'll put them here on the stage for a second. Okay, so here are some stats about the direct sales industry. Now, Amos found these are on dsa.org, so you guys can go reference those. These aren't something we pulled out of thin air. So let's spend a little bit of time on this slide, okay? So that first part, 77% of Americans are interested in flexible entrepreneurial income and earning opportunities. And then they talk about how Gen Zers and millennials are interested in that. Even more than others. And I was reading another article talking about baby boomers who've gone into retirement who aren't able to make ends meet, and they're coming back into this gig economy, if you will. Certainly like a word you hear a lot, the gig economy. And so, you know, you might think of something like some of the driving services, I won't say their name on here, but some of those things, and there's an example down there below. Look at what the startup costs are those. If you were going to drive for a part-time flexible income, you're going to have that car, the gas, the insurance, the maintenance on the vehicle. Think of some of those overhead expenses. And that's what Amos was talking about with, there's the restaurant on the right side. Now ours is not a franchise, so thank goodness it was on the lower end of that, but wow. The expenses that you're having and the staffing and the accounting services, payroll, taxes, all of these things that you're having to take care of on a quarterly basis, it's a big, big deal. Now, versus something like direct sales and a startup kit. Now, our startup kit is probably a couple of tanks of gas. We were discussing how much it costs to fill up our cars today. Probably a couple of tanks of gas to get started with our kit. And so that's where they're talking about that direct selling piece on the left side of the graphic there, and the low risk to entry. Because on the other end of that, what if you spent $200,000, $300,000 with a restaurant, getting that going, and it didn't make it. My husband and I have been to so many restaurant auctions trying to pick up used equipment at a super value, but it's these restaurants that didn't make it. There's crazy turnover in these different industries. And with direct selling, your investment up front is so much less significant than some of these. And then those ongoing overhead expenses, it's a big deal. It's a big difference.
2020, if anything, has taught us you need to be able to pivot, because all of a sudden your husband came home or you came home and you were out of work for 2 weeks, and there's time when the stimulus check didn't come. This is just the start of one of the many reasons why a supplemental second income that you can do anywhere from your phone with not a major risk. You can literally team up with us for around less than maybe the cost of your weekly groceries. So being able to have that flexibility and being able to pivot is so crucial. And think to yourself, did you have any financial hardships at all during 2020? Because we're coming into a new year and those hardships may still be in place, or there may be new ones. It's really a great way to be able to have an extra revenue stream just for the peace of mind alone.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, that was something we were talking about today, is being able to take charge of your life, of your finances, having another income stream for your family. Maybe you and your husband both work full-time jobs, and one of those jobs was eliminated this year, and you felt very out of control of your situation. And I mean, I'll just put that out there. I was really close to that myself, and I was so grateful that I had been building and working at this opportunity, because I was adding that level of protection to our life that we've built, that I don't want to lose my lifestyle and my home and all of these things. It's a big, big deal. So creating that additional revenue stream for your family, it's so important. So other data points on this slide to pay attention to is that top right up there, where they're talking about US consumers continuing to remain positive about direct selling, with the perceptions toward direct selling remaining stable at about 80% over the past 10 years. So look at that. So why do consumers find the direct sales channel appealing? And number one, they like supporting small businesses. Now, we certainly train our team on, again, you're creating your brand. You're not just the body shop at home. I am Shop with Jenny. This is Shop with Amos. You know, that is so important, because they know they're supporting me and they're supporting my why and my family. They're seeing me put on the masks and talk about the products and entertaining them, and they're getting to know me as a person. And I know that, you know, that's been a big thing in Amos's life, you know, getting to move to where she's always dreamed to live and to buy a home. And, you know, her customers have followed her story over the years in direct sales and having her own business, and she's developed that brand, and it's so important. So there, right there, it's talking about supporting small business. And then the other piece, that personalized service that direct sellers provide. So I'm going to talk about one of the things that people have in the back of their mind. Yes, the Body Shop at Home is a recognized brand, and in some areas there are stores and there is a corporate website. So, oh my goodness. Okay, well, here's what I think about that. We are in a unique additional marketing channel for the company. And there's two big reasons up there at the top that the customer would prefer to shop with you, because they're supporting you and your small business. They would rather pay for your daughter's dance lessons or your son's taekwondo lessons or whatever it is, and they would rather have that personal experience. It's as if you're in the store and you're having that personal shopping experience. They can PM you, they can ask you questions. Maybe you have some fun incentives or things going on in your group or for your customers. You're creating hostess parties and just creating that fun, happy environment for them, that they're not engaging with anything on the website. And the closest body shop store to me is 5 hours away, so that's not a question. So that thing too is the malls these days. What does your mall look like right now after 2020? When's the last time you were in a mall? You know, I've been doing a lot of online shopping this year for safety reasons, number one. So then it's talking about the social media piece up in the corner, which we know more than ever has become a large part of our lives and connecting this year. The last piece I'll have you look at is that bottom right corner. So it says in 2019, 16.4 million people were in direct selling. So you are not alone. This is not something of the past. This is not, you know, the Tupperware party I went to with my mom when I was a kid or something like that in the old days. No, this is active today. This is a very active business marketing channel. And then inside of that, 35.2 billion in retail sales was generated through direct selling. So this is a huge market segment in the United States. And you can kind of see the breakdown by state and how that was. It was just kind of interesting to add that. But really, look at those numbers. You are not alone, and you can have a piece of that pie. It's interesting to me. All right, so let's talk about, why do some people not find success with direct sales? Why do they fail at it? I hate that word, but it's true. Why does that happen? So let's look at those points. Poor leadership. Now, some of you who've been in direct sales before might have heard the horror stories about the sponsor that disappeared. So that certainly can happen. And maybe it's somebody who you met at an event or something, you signed up, you didn't really know them, you just didn't have that contact, and they didn't have a good team. Well, we've been talking with you about our team and the support system that we provide. Now, also the lack of tools, no long-term plan, and then an overall lack of motivation. So how can we help you succeed? So I was just talking about the leadership piece, and hopefully you're getting a feeling for our leadership style and the type of community that we have created in our team, the Pineapple Society. The training and leadership team website that we've made available, I know that a lot of times on social media, you get lost in Facebook. It happens to the best of us. We've created a team website. So if you're like, I need a social media break for the day, you can go out to our training website, you can log in, and you can go watch the training on demand. And I think that's such an important piece. You have to take the time to grow your business. That's down there on another point there. But it is on demand and flexible to your schedule. Amos knows I'm a night owl. I tend to work later at night. Now, if I'm watching trainings, if I'm watching a recording of something that went on during the day, or if I'm maybe working on graphics on Canva because I'm a graphics nerd, I can do that in my own time for my business. I tend to work more hours in the business because I love it. Like, I'm obsessed with it. It's so much fun. We have a very active Facebook community, and then corporate support. We do have sales managers. They have been fantastic to partner with. They have different groups for different leadership levels. They do trainings weekly also. We have different corporate trainings going on throughout the year. So that support system is there along with your team. So then what do you need to bring to the table? You need the ability to commit to working your business. Now, this is really key. Some people will spend 10 hours a week on it, and some people will spend many more. It completely depends, but this is a small business. Like we talked about in the beginning of that statistics slide, you have to take the time to build your business, to grow your brand, and to take it seriously, although the entrance is not as expensive as if you had that restaurant, that brick and mortar store, right? That would really make you commit because the financial commitment would be overwhelming. Well, you don't have to have that hanging over your head. You still need to commit that time piece, and I cannot stress that enough. The most successful people in this business are the people who really engage. They are part of the community, they attend the trainings, they attend the different meetings, and they know what's going on. They read the emails that come out. They want to be part of it, and they find a lot of success in that. So making the time for training and then being a teachable spirit. Now, I have been in business for years and direct sales for like the last 5 years. So I taking a little hiatus for about 6 months for family reasons, but have been in it for a long time. But I still consider myself like a lifelong learner and somebody who's very teachable. We just had some amazing training for some of the leaders from corporate the other day, and it just had my mind going and different ideas I could share and other trainings I could put out. And, it's just, you want to keep growing and learning from each other. And if you're somebody who thinks, I don't really have any value to add. I don't know if I could be a member of the community. I really beg to differ because, you know, I'm 39, so I've got 39 years of life experience. And even if they haven't been in business, think of all of the things that you do in a day that would help so much someone else on the team and help you grow your business. So please put that out of your mind. All right.
Yeah, and you know what? Just to piggyback on that for a second, the training that we have isn't always about the body shop. It is about a lot about personal development. It's a lot about becoming a stronger human being, a better human being, speaking to a different purpose, a bigger mission. And think about the role model that you are for your friends, your peers, your children. You really start to feel like you were meant for something bigger. And your goals don't have to be these gigantic, elaborate goals. Think to yourself, how much would an extra $500 or $1,000 or even $200 be for your pocket? How much better would that be? So there's always ongoing things. So you can really tap into what you need. It's very, very flexible. Sorry, Jenny.
No, that's absolutely right. Thank you for adding that. So let's talk a little bit about the money, okay? So some of you might be here kind of curious about how much money you can make with this, right? I know I would be. So let's talk about when you sign up, you fill out the form, you put in your sponsor's name, you submit, and then what do you get? You're gonna get an email from corporate and it's going to have your back office link and it's going to have your customer facing website. So that means you can start selling on day one. You do not have to wait for your kit to arrive in the mail. You have your link, you can share it with your friends, you can start creating that positive energy about yourself, your brand, and business, okay? That's just a little screenshot of my website. How much commission do you earn? So let's think about this. You have invested in the business. It's less than the grocery bill that I spent last night. And it is going to add, you're going to get $235 worth of product for that, okay? So you are going to get those samples and demos that you're able to utilize and enjoy yourself, but you're going to get that website and your commission on there is going to be anywhere from 20% to 41%. Now I'm going to show you on the next page how that breaks down, but remember, that was your only investment for it. We don't have an ongoing website fee at this time. It's December 2020. We don't have any additional fees that you're having to pay. It's ready to go. And so you started selling, if you're getting over the $125 hump, you're into the 25% commission, right? All the way up to 41%. And your investment was the same thing, okay? Now, if you are somebody who maybe is familiar with doing vendor events, maybe you own a boutique. Now, again, this is an option. And I want to say this is your business. There's multiple revenue streams. But you can choose as many or as few of them as you'd like. If you want to stick with the corporate site, sell from that, send the link out via text, send it to your friends, whatever you want to do. That is there for you and it's ready to go with no additional investment. If you would like to have some on-hand inventory, like my beautiful collection back here, you can purchase that. And what we suggest to our team is purchasing it when the company is having a sale. So right now, for example, on that screenshot of my website, you can see sale up to 50% off through January 17th. So that means those products in that picture there, I broke it down. Our gift sets for the winter holidays were already discounted. And then the company took, in this particular instance, 50% off. So you're looking at the website price of that being $25. The full resale value of those individual items is $59. And you can see the individual breakdown of those. So say that you're at the 25% commission tier. Again, we'll go over that in a second. So your net cost would be $18.75 for this box. And the resale value of all of those items is $59. Now, if you've had a boutique in the past, maybe you've done vendor events, maybe you've been a crafter, you can see that, whoa, so my net cost is $18.75 and the resale is $59. What? Right, that's right. So you can get, that one I think is 68% markup. You can get up to about 75% plus profit on your on-hand inventory, okay? So you can bet, you can bet that I am going to be doing vendor events with these products. I actually got some of these in gift sets, took them out of the packaging, and now they're no longer holiday, because as you can see down there, that's coconut. And even the ones that are holiday, I know I was telling Amos, I love the festive berry because it's cranberry and I'm such a cranberry addict. So 2 options there with inventory or no inventory. Now the person who's carrying inventory, if they go to an event and they don't have everything on hand, because I'm certainly not going to, I'm going to have my iPad there and the customer can order right there on site. I'm also going to put them into my Facebook group. I'm also going to tell them about the opportunity. There's so many things you can do in a vendor event, right? With those tools that you're purchasing. The products are amazing, but they are a tool to your success. So then in the other corner there, we've got the active commission, like we talked about, the active earning, we can earn free products. Now we have double hostess rewards this month and next, and that means I've gotten over $1,000 in free product that I'm also putting right back into my business. Okay, and then let's talk about some of the team side. So these are the other pieces of the business that you can opt to do or not do, or think about doing them later, up to you. But we've got a mentor program. You can earn bonuses for mentoring new team members, up to $80 in that first just initial mentoring, getting them going. And then title advancement bonuses. Wait until you see the numbers on that. And then your team bonuses. So on your central team, you would earn 6% commission or bonus off of the sales that that team does. And why is that? Because you're going to be spending time mentoring and training them and providing that help and getting them going, right? All right, so let's look at how it breaks down. Let's see, I'll just cover up leadership opportunities. You know, it says that already. You want to see the numbers. So we'll just start on the right side there. I'm sure everyone's seeing that 100,000. So $100,000 in accelerated title advancement bonuses are available. Now, if you want to know more about that, reach out to the person who shared this opportunity call with you. But let me tell you, our title advancement bonuses all build up to, I think I totaled it up last night to about $106,000 are available in those title advancement bonuses. So pair it over there, reach out to the person who shared this with you, and she or he can tell you a little more about that. But let's look at the earnings opportunity breakdown there. Feel free to screenshot this and ask questions again to the person who shared this to you, but also a little bit of breakdown here. So the first section there, 20% is the base discount. So if you're interested, maybe you're already a body shop customer and you have some products that you order regularly. If you're ordering under $125, you're going to get 20% commission back. So that will come back to you. We get paid weekly for our sales commissions, okay? Now, once you go past that 125 tier, so if you're in it to maybe get a few things for yourself and to sell, you are going to surpass that 125 in the month. Now, let me say here too, because this is a common question, we do not have a monthly minimum that you need to sell. In order to stay active through a 12-month period, you do need to sell or purchase, if you're one of those people that are in it to get your commission back just on your personal sales, 125 in 1 month. So your personal volume in 1 month during the year needs to be at least 125 to keep your account active. Otherwise, you would have to sign up again and get the onboarding kit. So again, there's no monthly quotas or anything like that outside of that 1 month that you have to have 125 personal volume. Okay, now when I talk about personal volume includes everything that you're selling, and then if you're getting some things for yourself, both of those numbers together, okay? And I'm obviously obsessed with the product, so that does happen. Okay, so the next tier, personal sales bonus is another 5%. Now that you paid on that for the entire month. So let's say that that first week, you're still in the 20%, that's all right. You got paid out for that. As soon as you pass that 125 during the month, they'll go back and pay you for the money that was earned in that first week too. Okay, so for the whole month, then you'd be getting the 25%. Now let's keep going through. Level 2 is going to be $750. You're adding another 3. Level 3, $1,500 in personal volume in a month. Another 1%, all the way down to that level 5. So When I told you on the other screen, you could get up to 41% commission on your personal sales, you will see bonus number 5 there. Okay, so when you have 3,500 in personal volume and you are a silver leader or above. So we have leadership levels. And again, we're not going to go into great detail on the different leadership levels tonight, but the person who shared this with you absolutely can. And we can get you all of the information on the different leadership levels. But I wanted to show you that, okay, so now you've gotten the 25 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5. Now then, see the next line, it says 6% for your central team bonus, okay? So now there we're getting into a leader. Now, a silver leader is our first level of leadership, and that person has at least 5 active team members, and their entire team, including yourself, is doing $5,000 in personal volume during a 1-month period, okay? So again, at least 5 active consultants and $5,000. So you're getting that extra 6%, and this is really important because I know when I looked at the comp plan the first time, that was my first question. I was like, so you're telling me I'll get that extra 6% on my own sales too? Now let's say that you're at the 23% commission, and so you've sold $750 in the month. You're going to get that 6% on top of that too, right? So you're at 25, 34%. Yep, 34% then in commission because you're getting yours on that team bonus. Now let's go down through some of the others. Now I want to note that we do not, which is pretty amazing in the industry, a lot of companies have a cap on how far down in your team you will get paid. So if you're hopping on tonight, you reach out to the person who shared this opportunity with you and is like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to go. And 2 years from now, you've grown, you've got, 30 different generations under you, and your team has just blossomed and grown. We do not have a cap on the team member generation. On this chart, you will see that generation 5 is capped. That actually means leaders underneath you. So generation 1 bonus is actually a leader generation under you. Generation 2, a leader and their team, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty significant to have 5 leaders in a row there. And that's where it's going to get capped, because think of all of those people that are doing the mentoring and training in between. And that's what the company's seeing. If you're 6 leaders in between, you're probably not the direct contact in mentoring anymore. So that's what the difference is. But you will see people talk about comp plans, and they'll talk about getting paid down 5 generations, and they're just talking about team members. So I came in and my friend Joanne signed up with me, and then Joanne signed up her friend Sally, but nobody has promoted out to a silver leader, right? So you've still got all of that. Those are all your central team because you're supporting and working with them directly as the leader. Okay, so really important, significant piece there. Now look at these business development bonuses too. This is something that people in direct sales are always talking about, their car bonus or their lifestyle bonus. Now, the Body Shop at Home has amazing ones. You'll see that right there. You've got the business development bonus, which is your lifestyle bonus or your car bonus or whatever you want. I don't know. My car payment certainly is at $1,500 a month. I can do a lot with $1,500 a month. I don't know about you in this. She's driving a Maybach or whatever, however they say that. Okay, so you've got that business development bonus, and then these are all the way up through our different leadership tiers available to you. Now, I'm a Ruby group leader right now, and we do have a business development bonus as part of the compensation for a Ruby group leader. And it goes up significantly from there. So keep an eye on this here. So we've got that. We've got a diamond bonus, another 500, diamond bonus 2, 1,000, another 2,000. Those are monthly. See on the right side? Wow. So those are really significant numbers, coupled with that $100,000 in accelerated title advancement bonuses available to you. So I hope I spent enough time on the numbers for you tonight. Again, reach out to the person who shared this with you, and they can go through it in a lot more detail. All right. One more thing, the trip that I promised to talk about. Now, It is the mystery all-inclusive trip. This is the first trip that the company has announced. There's also another one going to Brazil to our corporate parents, Natura and Co. They are from Brazil, and there's another trip going out next year for that. This one is a 4-day, all-inclusive, somewhere Central America, Mexico Island, something. They're going to release it at our conference. So if you want to get in on this trip, it is not too late. We have until March 31st to qualify for this. The person who shared this with you, hopefully your new sponsor, can tell you all about it. We have fun trackers, and we are having a great time working toward qualifying. And it's so much fun to have something like a trip on the table. I know that's actually what got me into direct sales in the first place, was seeing people on these trips, and I'm like, what? What? My daytime job doesn't offer that. I want that. So there you got the fruity drink there on the side. Now, Amos will tell you that that was going to actually be the name of our team as we were thinking of different names. But instead, we are the Pineapple Society with the logo of the fruity drink. So always having a good time and a few fruity drinks. Okay, so getting started is really, really simple. That is one of the onboarding kits. I think they've changed out a little bit of it to the Aloe line, but it's just like that. You've got this amazing package for $235 worth of product. And to get signed up, your sponsor will send you his or her link. It takes about 5 minutes to fill it out, and then boom, you'll have an email with your brand new website that's branded with your name. You can share that right away. You'll get access to the back office. You'll be able to set up your payment, your pay portal, and you can get into our training right away. So it is super, super simple. Did you want to add anything else to that, Amos, or should I switch the slide?
No, you can switch the slide. Okay, so I know that Jenny went in a little in depth with like the income potential, and so I kind of want to scale it down a little bit and kind of just tell you this. There is opportunity for you to make an extra $100, and if you really are somebody who wants to dig in long term, you can go up the rank and be life changing. So it's very flexible in that regard. But the other thing is, if this overwhelmed you, it's really because we're passionate and excited about the opportunity. And the reason that you want to join now is because some of these mega direct sales companies, think of Mary Kay and Avon, they've been around for decades. And we all know that there were success stories in there, but they are not growing. They have flatlined, okay? Now, there's also startups all the time. And with startups, there's always hangups, there's always issues, there's things that just don't get rolling. We have been already in operation for 6 months, but the body shop in general has been around for almost 40 years. So this is, although it's new in the United States, we've gone through a lot of the hiccups. And so the momentum is starting to grow. A lot of the hiccups have been ironed out. And so now is a great time to come into our business, because it is the growth stage is going to happen. With only about 150 consultants per state, there's a lot of wiggle room in there, okay? And when you couple that with the stress of 2020, the scarcity that people felt, the pivoting that they may have not been able to do because they didn't have that financial additional revenue coming in, people being in a really sad, scared place. We don't know what 2021's like. And yeah, it's the new year. We're all excited. We want it to be better, but it may not be. The world may never be what it was in 2019. And so you have to have flexibility, you have to pivot, you have to grow, and you have to have some security. And this is an opportunity for you to be able to do that from home in whatever, length that you want. And I want to challenge you on this. Is it easy? Nothing in life is easy, okay? You choose your hard. Is it hard to get up and go to your crummy job that you don't feel fulfilled because you need that paycheck? Is it hard to come home, see your kids or see your spouse, your loved ones, or even come home to an empty house? And, is it hard to be alone? Is it hard to be broke? Is it hard to find the willpower to do something you don't like? Or could you look at it this way? Is it hard to have a business, but I'm calling the shots? Is it hard to keep learning, but I know that if I keep learning, things will come to me? Is it hard to change my mindset from being limited to abundant? Is it hard? You know, choose your kind of hard. I would rather have hard days calling my own shots than sitting in an office somewhere, being away from the people that I love, being stuck into something I don't want to do, with no opportunity for growth, no opportunity for money. And the wonderful thing about our business is we have, you know, active income that you can do on a website through your phone. You can sit on the couch. We have an option where you can invest in yourself, turn it around for real cash money right away. And then we have the business coaching side, which is what me and Jenny excel at, is to really walk you through a long-term plan for a residual income where you're working with a small team of leaders, and you're learning leadership and development. You're teaching them leadership development, and it's really life changing right there. So if you can change your mind, you can totally change your life, for sure. I believe it. I've changed mine. So you're going to want to make sure that whoever invited you to this call, that you reach out to the person, because they're going to be the person who's going to get you connected. We love action takers. It is very affordable to join in and become a member of the Pineapple Society. Right now would be a perfect time to do that. In addition to it being the new year, on the cusp of something wonderful and grand, we have a really great introductory price, number one. And number two, because we have this amazing discounted seasonal sale going on, and mind you, it's regular items that we sell year round. They just happen to be packaged in seasonal appropriate packaging. The fact that they are discounting these items that are already discounted and putting a further discount, so talking to you thrifty girls, you can really make a humongous profit margin if you were to join right now and get into action with us. So reach out to the person who brought you into this call. That's it. I'm good.
Do you have a couple of questions?
Do we have a couple of questions? Okay.
Yes. So let's start with, how long does it take to get started?
Well, I definitely think that right now the mail is very sluggish, because as you know, the mail has just been sluggish. So I think it takes about 2 weeks to get your kit. But what's really awesome is we can put you into action right away. The first thing is we do have our step-by-step video training system to kind of get you into action. We have different ways that you can manipulate your business to kind of work for you. And you have a website that within 24 hours you could start utilizing right away. So it really comes down to what you want. We have training available not only for, business and social media training, but we also have the body shop training. So it just depends on what kind of learner you are.
And I would say the training program for the Pineapple Society itself is meant to last over the course of about 30 days, but you can implement things on day one and get started. You're going to start off with a back office orientation and then go right into social media, okay? And so you're able to start implementing those things right away. But I always encourage people to share their link with some close family and friends, have them kind of get shopping and get familiar with it, and then they can also, share in your group or on your page and tag you and say, oh my gosh, thanks so much, Jenny, for sharing this. I love this lotion. I love this foundation. This lip color is just perfect. And then, do a bit of a testimonial for you too. And I know myself that, first off, I had a couple of friends in my very first entry into direct sales, had some friends shop with me and do just that. And it was so helpful and helped me kind of propel. You can start booking hostesses right away because you have your link. And you know what else? Your sponsor, say that you have a hostess that wants to take advantage of the hostess rewards you have going on in January, for example. You can have your sponsor come and go live in your group and maybe do like a makeup demo for you or something like that. We are always here to support our teams. And so you're never on your own island. You're never left alone. If your sponsor doesn't know something, she has us and the rest of her upline to ask questions to, and you yourself can just post a question in the Pineapple Society when you're ready to get started and all of that too. So someone else asked about monthly fees. So there are no monthly fees for your website. For our pay point system, think it's $3 a month now. Do you remember if it was, I think it's 3, it might be 4, I think it's 3.
Yeah. So what's wonderful is you get paid weekly here. Okay. So as you're earning commissions, you get paid weekly, and there is a online like financial system that allows you to transfer the money that you want. And so it's kind of like a PayPal. So be able to process that. It's a $3 charge that they take out of your earnings in the beginning of the month. So
that's how I would compare it to something like PayPal or Venmo or something really simple to use. The first time that you get your, you receive of your first commission payment, you would get information on setting up that back office payment and then get paid the following week. And so it's really, really instantaneous, and it gets going and gets you paid pretty quickly there, which is really nice, those weekly payments. Let's see, no auto ship requirements, and again, no monthly minimums, nothing like that. There's not currently any kind of a website fee. And then she said, what if I have a really small network myself? Like, what if I feel like I just don't know that many people?
Well, that's where I come in. So that I am a people person. I want to get you to know the whole world. So that's kind of where I excel at. So right now, because of 2020 and the way the world has been, it's been very social media heavy. But luckily, me and Jenny have experienced both in person, at events, you know, and through network marketing. So I will teach you in a very easy, free way, by the way, just so you know, all the business coaching that me and Jenny have done over the years does not cost you anything. We give it to our teams for free, which makes us very unique, because we don't just want to train and learn everything about the body shop. We want to learn about real growth strategies, real customer acquisition, real customer retention, and we're able to teach you that. So we have funnels created for you. We can teach you how to do attraction marketing that costs you nothing right on Facebook, so that you're always being authentically you. You're not spamming your friends. You're not cold calling anybody. You don't have to make a list of 100. We know how to get you in front of people. We know how to help you find vendor events. I mean, again, flexibility. We have walked the road for you, and not only have we walked it, we've paved it for you. So we are ready to take you along and step with you and hold your hand and get you started and watch you soar, for sure. What'd you say, Jen?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to see if we had any more questions. Anybody who's on right now, feel free to drop a question. We'll wait a couple of more minutes. Yeah, I think that is.
Can you make us big?
Yeah, I can get
rid of this screen. Make us
screen share.
So much nice.
There
is no reason to be scared. Okay, a lot of times fear keeps you where you are. So think about it. Where have you been? What are you changing for 2021? If you have had any type of scare, financial scare, isolation scare, mental mood scares, life has gone crazy because a new puppy and children. If all of a sudden there's been this shift in your, like, I just don't know that I can deal with this anymore. That's for me, that's what I needed. I needed to be able to have a place that I could mastermind, have a place that I could talk business, I could talk strategy, I could talk, pushing. When Jenny's like, hey, you're looking a little bit sad, what's going on? She knows when I'm not on, and I can talk to her in a way that I can't talk to my kids or talk to my husband. And so if you're looking for change, that's what 2021 should be. It should be about pivoting and finding flexibility, finding encouragement, and finding security, for me anyways.
Yeah, I think the security piece, and like I had said before too, that piece about being able to have some control. I think so many of us have felt out of control this year. Whether it's because of little puppies, I have a puppy too, or all of the crazy insanity that's going on, right? But you know what? I'm able to disconnect from some of the chaos in the world. I'm able to create a positive environment for my team members. I'm able to have fun, be creative, create fun graphics. I love creating things in Canva, like these slides Amos and I worked on. We're constantly providing tools for our team. That's fun to me. And it's fun to be able to connect with people and have something to talk about. In person, I'm a little bit shy, and sometimes I feel like, I don't know what I would talk about. I don't want to go to a networking event and not have anything. we have something in common. We have something to talk about through business building and the body shop at home. Now, I feel like the small business builder and the body shop products are my tools. They're fantastic tools. I love the company. There's so many wonderful things to say about the body shop, the greater company, and then Natura, the company from Brazil, that's like the mother company of them. But you know what? I'm able to connect with women from 10 o'clock in the morning until when I finally choose to go to bed, and we might be talking about subscription boxes and strategies for what should we get with our free hostess rewards that, I'm getting $1,000 worth of free products. What should I get? What's going to sell at vendor events next year? And we're sitting and we're chatting about it and we're giving each other ideas. And it's not this kind of an environment where I don't want to share because it's my secret idea and it's all mine.
Yeah, that is not what we are about. We are always about pushing, challenging you, growing with you. And you don't need to have really any skills. I mean, you need to know how to maybe use social media. Maybe, we will teach you and cover it all. It really just becomes, it's not so much a skill set. It's more of a desire to feel like, why are you here? And yeah, you're sitting here and you might be thinking, why does skincare and cosmetics, how can that change the world? That's not the mission. The mission is, why were you put here? Who can you inspire with your story? Think of the rags to riches. Think about what your life could do, like what life could change, how you can inspire somebody else, how you can pull somebody up out of a bad spot and really help them. That is why we are put on this earth. It is really to leave a legacy beyond ourselves. And you're able to do that through a bigger mission. And you can really get behind the body shop at home, because now the business is a force of good, and it does good all over the world, as well as in your own home, for sure.
Right. I mean, we haven't even touched on the bigger picture with the community fair trade piece. And like I said briefly, I'm going to be one of the community fair trade ambassadors this year and get to learn about, for example, the community in Ghana that's been completely blessed because Body Shop has chosen to use small women-owned businesses in developing countries to source their raw materials. And so they're sourcing the shea that is used in all of their products. And I'm trying to see, got one right here. Here's the shea, the raw shea from Ghana. And I mean, how awesome. And think of the impact that that's had on the community as a whole, not just the women working there. Think of the women's families and the entire community. And what an amazing message that you have to go out and tell these stories, and you're bringing these products to life. I mean, literally, that is your job, bring the products to life. And they're beautiful. And again, the rich stories behind them. As a small
your own story too, because you share your own story.
As a small brick and mortar business owner, that's one of the things we want to do is, my husband's from a developing country and we want to give back to the community that he came from. But we have such a micro impact, and not to make it less than it is, because we try to do a lot that way too. But think of the impact that a company like the Body Shop International can have on a community. I mean, the amount of shea that they're purchasing, the amount of people that are employed because of this, people in these countries that they don't have a formal education, they're not going to be able to have an opportunity and get a job and support themselves. Say someone's husband passes away, what options does she have for her 4 children and taking care of them at home? I mean, there are really beautiful stories behind the company and the products, and and then the cruelty-free stance is so important. I mean, that is so huge, and they do all of these amazing events. And if you look online, you can find these like fun pictures of like dogs in their little bandanas, like I'm cruelty free, and I'm definitely a dog mom. And so it's beautiful. Yeah.
It's a company that has an environment. They care about the environmental impact. They care about the social impact. They care about, our stories, your stories. So when you think about that, you got to kind of think like, what's your mission, and you align with the mission. And who doesn't want to change for good? Who doesn't want to change for good? Again, I go back to your voice will be heard. Your voice will be heard here. And I'm really excited about what can happen. I'm excited to have you on our team, because the growth here internally and outward is just, it really changes you.
Now we have a fun little incentive to add for people who are watching tonight, or maybe you're watching tonight and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for my best friend or my sister or so-and-so. And you know what? We have a lot of free samples to give out. So if you, I know, if you have been listening to this call and you want to chat a little bit more about it, maybe you're going to reach out to your sponsors. So we are going to encourage you, reach out to the person who shared this video with you. If you know somebody that you want to refer, tell her, hey, you know, I want to get my friend Joy into the opportunity group. I want her to listen to this. This is amazing for her. You're going to get a free sample for listening tonight and for sharing it with Joy, okay? And then Joy can get a free sample when she reaches out to the individual who shared the video with you tonight too. And it's really important to make sure that you're reaching out to that person that did, you know, is potentially your sponsor, because they thought enough of you to add you to this video tonight and to share this opportunity and information with you. Thank you guys for being here. Amos was quiet, you guys. Did you hear that? What happened there?
Thank you for spending an hour with us. It was a little bit longer than we had wanted to go, but we'll get better as we go for sure. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Yes, take care, and feel free to ask questions on this feed, and we can kind of keep an eye on it too. Thanks, guys.